All right, so let's get started. Welcome everybody to the AGM brand unveiling party. So I'm very excited about today, and is my friend and partner coming soon, Steven? Where is he at? Let's get Steven Anderson over here. He might be very entertained. We have this is something that we've been working on for a long time, and you're all here because I believe, and again, thank you for joining the stream. If you are on the live stream, thank you for being here. Steven, you want to come over? So we've been working on for a very long time on something very, very special. I have some special people here. All of you guys are special, and but I have some very, very special people here that are my friends that are coming from Oklahoma. Steven Anderson and his beautiful wife, Christiane, are here. And you're going to hear more about him in a few minutes. But today I got a presentation for you guys, and you guys are going to understand more about why we're here and what's in it for you. Okay, so let's go over that. So tonight's purpose, I'm going to start with that. We're going to have a celebration. Okay? We're going to celebrate something that, again, is very special, very unique, and has not been done before. But what I mean by that is that some of you guys see the success that we have built over the years. You see all this, but you didn't really see the journey step by step. I didn't tell you exactly what I did every single step of the way. You see the great building, you see the organization, you see the numbers, what we've accomplished, but you didn't get to see the entire process that got me here today. The same applies to every single successful company out there. You didn't get to see the entire process. What we're doing today is very special. So if you guys don't know enough about me, you guys are in a building that in the front part of it, we have a company called 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡. And this company has become a very successful company that we built from the ground up in the United States. And it's a great example of doing something with a lot of hard work that has opened up a lot of doors for a lot of people and has accomplished great expansion. So you see that success. You didn't see everything that we went through to create that success. So that is one purpose, which is to celebrate this thing that we're doing today, which is launching a new brand. Why would that matter to you guys? You might be saying to yourself, but why is that important? You're the one that's going to benefit from it. That's not my intention. My intention is to make every single person in this room, in this stream, somehow benefit from this. And you guys are going to understand more along the way of what I mean exactly. Again, what we're doing has never been done before in the world. So I got a special treat for you from my upcoming book, which is called Marketing Magic. And it's something that we've been working on for quite a while also. It's been a dream of mine to put together a book, and it's now becoming a reality, and it should be ready in the next 4 to 6 weeks. But I want to read you something about an excerpt from the book that I wrote recently, which is pretty much the introduction of the book, so you get to understand this whole concept of opportunity. And you guys want to hear this little excerpt from it? Okay, great. I'm going to want all of you guys to buy a book, by the way. All right? If you guys want this little piece, you're going to have to agree to buy a book. Raise your hand if you agree to buy a book. Okay, great. If you didn't, the door is right there. I'm just kidding. All right? Okay. So the purpose of the book, again, so just to, again, emphasize, 2 purposes why we're here. Number 1, we're going to celebrate something special. But why are we celebrating together? I mean, you celebrate a wedding because it's somebody that's special, right? And we're all like celebrating something unique. We're celebrating something special because we're all doing it together. And you guys are going to understand what I mean by we're doing all this together. And again, we're celebrating something that is going to open up an opportunity for a lot of you guys. Hopefully for every single one of you guys here and every single one of you guys on this stream. So let's talk about opportunity. The purpose of this book is to show you, the reader, in a practical way how to execute so you can get into action from just reading this book. Over the years, I put together a 9-step formula that I use to accomplish success for any brand I work with. I like to share it with you because I truly believe these are the practical steps in the correct sequence. I'll tell you about each one with practical examples and storytelling. This is the evergreen marketing technology I've devised, and every single one of these points has stories, examples, and an exact layout on how to apply it. The first section of the book will give you the philosophy that guides me as I create magic for my clients. The second section of the book gives you action by action steps to follow so you can replicate the successes I've had on your own. It is my biggest mission in life to demonstrate to every person that I come into contact with in my videos, presentations, or articles the great opportunity that each of us had in front. An obsession with opportunity. I'm not looking to create opportunities. I'm looking to leverage existing opportunities in our environment. My obsession lies in a relentless pursuit of impact. And the only way this impact becomes an actuality at the largest scale possible is by an observation of the obvious in our environment and by taking action based on these observations. For context, I'd like to tell you a quick story. My father had a vision. You guys don't know about my father? He's the dedication on that wall. This building was dedicated to him. He was a very, very important person in my life. My father had a vision, a big one. He wanted to take his incredible message to the world and help millions of Latin American people improve their metabolism, their overall health, and their self-esteem. He wanted to create a massive impact, and he made several correct decisions as well as several incorrect ones along the way. Correct decisions. I want to use the internet to spread my message. I will do educational videos where I teach people segments of the never-ending world of knowledge in my field. I will call this content channel Metabolismo TV, inspired by reading Gary Vaynerchuk's book called Crush It. I will start doing 4 videos a week for this channel. I will keep the videos short, between 6 to 12 minutes in length, to give people the value they can implement right away. I'm giving you guys kind of a formula already, right? I will speak in layman's terms so I can reach broader audiences. Wrong decisions. I will create my own website traffic for this video blog, Metabolismo TV. I will not allow these videos to go on YouTube. He had this romantic idea of building his own distribution of content channel, metabolismotv.com. It was a romantic idea. It was a wrong decision. Do you know what happened? No one watched. With the TV campaigns to promote our new video blog website, email campaigns, flyers, posters, banners, and so on, nothing worked. My incredible and superhuman father did close to 200 videos of content without attention. And this went on for almost an entire year, until one very bright day. Giving credit where credit is due, my oldest brother, Francisco, after several attempts, convinced my father to give us a green light to open up our Metabolismo TV YouTube channel. And on that very bright day, March 16, 2012, the first ever Metabolismo TV video was uploaded in my house office. We spent the next few weeks uploading the hundreds of Metabolismo TV videos that we already had. We were uploading around 7 to 8 videos a day, and the rest is history. Today, as of the time of this writing, a decade later, this content channel has amassed over 1 billion views. And if that's not impressive enough for you, thank you. Anybody curious? This is public information. You guys, people talk about success, and then there's people that actually are successful. You guys can Google, go to the YouTube channel, search for Metabolismo TV, look at the channel, and go to the About section, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And that's only YouTube views. It even says the date where the first episode was promoted, was done. And if that's not impressive enough for you, just for perspective purposes, that's like saying that 1 out of every 8 people on this planet has seen one of my father's videos. I know this is not the case, of course, especially because we have people addicted, healthy addiction, to our content that may have watched thousands of these videos themselves. Raise your hand if you watched a lot of videos from my father. Right? That's very nice. Thank you. But it gives you an idea of the scale of what we've accomplished via this content channel, which happens to be one of the largest channels on planet Earth. My father passed away on February 25th, 2021, on a very sad day. Still today, more people are seeing his videos than they did before he passed away. And that is the beauty of implementing marketing magic. It becomes something that goes way beyond one body. And in case you're wondering, all of this massive attention at scale, which we've built with our international Natural Slim brand, has been accomplished with 0 advertising dollars. That's right, $0 to produce billions of views of our content on the largest video platform on the planet. Fun fact, a YouTube view is not the same, not even close to a Facebook view, or a TikTok view, or an Instagram view, or an anything else view. A YouTube view is counted when a person watches your content for at least 30 seconds. That's a major difference to every other platform which counts the views after 3 seconds or even less, like TikTok, where there is no second count. If it shows up, it's a view. If the video on TikTok magically shows up on your feed, then voila, that's a view. It's not apples to apples, right? So you get the picture. 1 billion views of our Metabolismo TV content on the biggest platform on the face of the earth. So let's get back to the purpose of the story. Opportunity. What did my dad do? He made a ton of great decisions along the way, and a few bad ones that delayed the correctness of the success of his good decisions and ideas. If it wouldn't have been okay with leveraging one of the largest search engines on the planet, we would have gotten to our goals and to the impact he wanted to create faster. Instead of being romantic about creating his own traffic, he could have leveraged a source of endless and, for all intents and purposes, unlimited sources of traffic. What can we learn from the story? Opportunities are always present, but only for those people living in the present and willing to look for these. In this ever-changing marketing landscape, the biggest thing you must do is stay in present time. Things simply change too fast. That's why, through this book, Marketing Magic, I intend to give you a roadmap to success, a formula, and a series of steps to follow that would allow you to succeed and dominate and to have a bit of this marketing magic no matter the marketing landscape. If you look for opportunities, it is my eternal promise to you. No matter what the economy goes through or the government tells you or your neighbor says, you will always find them. I have endless real-life stories during my marketing career to prove this very fact to you, but hopefully this next story suffices. Opportunities come and go. What worked great today to get attention is gone tomorrow. What I used to grow last month does not work anymore. What didn't work last week starts working again today. The year 22, for example, was a year when I was able to create social media channels from scratch across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok and grow them organically with just good quality, value-focused content to the millions of followers faster than any other time in my career. Just in 2022, 10 social media profiles I manage at my agency, including for my own brand, Natural Slim, crossed over 1 million followers, each in what seemed to be almost an overnight success. Dozens more crossed hundreds of thousands of followers. This explosion of attention led to an explosion of revenue for the brands connected to these profiles in the middle of what everyone is calling a recession or a tough economic climate. All of this was not only leveraging the social media platforms, but leveraging a placement inside these platforms, which allowed our content to go consistently viral. And for those out there that say to themselves, yes, Manuel, that's easy when you have deep pockets. All of that, again, happened with zero advertising spend. Facebook and Instagram call these reels. TikTok calls them TikToks, and YouTube calls them shorts. Call them whatever you want to call them. In the end, they are all the exact same thing. Attention, grabbing opportunities. Am I going to be naive to say that these are opportunities that will be around forever? Absolutely not. They will disappear. Who knows? Maybe by the time you're reading this, they're already gone. It's going to get crowded. There will come a time when the opportunity matures, and now the supply and demand of content versus audience flips. And there is simply too much content being made, which will inevitably lower your reach, no matter how big of a content unicorn you are. All you need to do to be able to leverage them and ride these opportunity waves is stay in present time and observe what's happening today. I promise you that by just applying this one fact to my marketing magic, you will exponentially increase your chances of success. That's the excerpt. So who wants to be in present time? Raise your hand. Okay, great. So I'm going to show you present time today, all right? That's the idea of today's presentation that I got back here. I want to show you an opportunity right now that I'm doing because I want to do a major, massive game. And my partner and my friend here, Steven Anderson, is doing this game with me today and for the next while. I'm not going to let him go. Even though he wants to let me go, he's stuck with me for a while. Okay, so we talked about opportunity. I'm just trying to get back into the flow of things. We're going to talk about an opportunity today. So you guys, some of you guys know that I have the Natural Slim brand, and I have been growing on social media for a long time. I was very motivated and inspired by my father, and that's how I became a content marketer myself, and I started pushing that for other years. We have big followings. Millions of people follow us across social media platforms. We have a big YouTube channel. Along the way, I was able to work with some very special people over the years, One of those being Dr. Berg. Dr. Berg is one of the greatest influencers on the subject of health, and he's amazing, and he's educated people on the subject of the ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, and he's done a really good job over that, and he's built a very big brand on the back of his content strategies. So another good client. Again, today we're talking about the supplement side of things. For those of you guys that have other dreams and other goals that you want to build, like for example, a makeup brand, or you want to build some kind of toy brand, it doesn't matter what that is, there are going to be opportunities for you guys along the way. But we wanted to show you this brand and show you what we're doing, because the plan is to actually open up the doors. If you think about what we've been able to do ourselves, like Steven Anderson himself, he's done over $500 million on supplement sales over the years. When I accumulate everything that I have done also myself, I have done now, when you combine all the clients that I manage, my own brand, Natural Slim, the Dr. Berg brand, everything that I've been able to do over the years, we're looking at also $500 million in supplement sales. So we are combining the powers of Steven Anderson and myself, over $1 billion in sales, many, many years. Thank you. Thank you. And what we're doing right now is something, again, that is going to be very unique, because we're going to launch a new brand, which you guys are going to see it here in a minute. And this new brand is going to be a public brand. We're going to show you step by step what we're doing it. Like I said towards the beginning of the presentation, imagine being able to go to the beginning of the journey of Natural Slim, to the beginning of the journey of Apple computers, to the beginning of the journey of L'Oreal, to the beginning of the journey of any of these brands, and see exactly everything they did along the way. And it's a very challenging thing for us, because I am becoming very vulnerable in this process. Because by doing so, I'm opening up myself for public failure. If a lot of businesses in today's environment fail consistently, they actually don't make it past 2 years. 65% of businesses in today's environment are not profitable. Open businesses. There's a very few percentage of companies that are actually making money in the world today. So there's all these realities of growing a business that I'm putting myself in the front. And I'm letting you guys know, listen, I'm going to build this brand. I'm going to invite you on the journey. And I'm going to show you all about the process of building a brand, so you can actually try to build your own along the way by repeating the exact same process every step of the way. So we got something very special that we wanted to announce to you guys today. So Mr. Steven Anderson, won't you come on stage? So Steven has been a friend of mine for several years now. I've always admired him. He is somebody that goes way back in the e-commerce world. He's one of the original Amazon entrepreneurs. Ever since 2005, he's been diving into the world of e-commerce, starting with Amazon. And he went really deep into that subject. And he started with supplement brands back in 2005. And he has a lot of experience in the area. So this is somebody that complements me very well. When he talks, I listen. When I talk, he listens. And we just combine our powers and we do some very special things together. So over the last 6 months, we've been working his team has been working with my team, and we built a brand together. And this is our brand that we're sharing. So this is, again, I showed you guys that when you go to YouTube, all right, this is our content channel that we started in March 16, 2012. This is public information. It's going to hit 1 billion views in the next few months. When you combine all our social media channels, we're getting closer to 1.6 billion views, right? Because we have TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and podcasts and everything else, right? So this is my incredible dad and his content channel. Dr. Berg, look at this, 1.6 billion views. That's incredible. That's attention at scale. This is an individual that has built a massive, massive organization around his content. I wanted to show you this, right? So what happens when you do all this content and you get all that attention? You actually get a lot of revenue from that, because attention equals income. So when you are producing content at scale, like we teach over here, like when you're grabbing attention, then you can actually generate revenue. And it's magical. You don't have to actually look for revenue. Of course, if you don't have products to sell, it's not going to happen. We're going to give you a solution for that tonight. But attention generally will always convert towards revenue if you have the products and services that you can put in front of people. So it's pretty incredible how content actually goes in line and attention strategies goes in line with that. So again, there's more statistics of what we do every single day. You guys get the idea. Over $500 million in combined sales across all supplement brands right now. This year, we're on track, just this year alone, to manage over $200 million in supplement revenue. So how big is the supplement brand market, all right? So if you look at statistically, it's just getting started, but it's growing every single year. The whole e-commerce world, in general, it's in the early stages. So we got a massive, massive market that we want to be a part of, and we want to have you guys be a part of that particular journey. Steven, what would you say is the potential of a supplement industry in general?
In just the U.S.?
Just in the U.S.
So statistics say like by 2030 that the industry would be $350 billion a year in the U.S. And that's not counting the food business and the pet supplement business is something else that, well, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but it's big. It's big.
Right.
And it doesn't take a very big piece of that pie to have like life-changing impact for you.
That's right. So the question that some of you guys might be asking yourself is like, why should you care about this when you don't have your own brand and you don't know exactly how to even start or how to go about doing it yourself? Well, so again, like I said, I might be a little redundant, guys, because I had the slides over here. There's going to be an opportunity to witness our behind-the-scenes journey towards building the next $100 million brand, right? So again, step by step, we're going to open up the doors to show you not only that, we're also going to show you the exact strategies, the exact marketing techniques, the exact step-by-steps that we're doing, but we're also going to give you access to everything that you need to be able to do it. We're going to talk about that more throughout the night. So Steven Anderson, again, he hates that I brag about him. This is not his thing. I brag all the time. I'm comfortable bragging. Somebody told me once, like, it's not bragging if it's true. Who's the one that said that? Was it Muhammad Ali? That's right. If it's not, it's not
bragging.
But it's still bragging, right?
It's okay.
Right? But it's true. Okay. Did you or did you not touch somehow $500 million in supplement revenue?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a fact, right? It makes you want to pay attention. What did you do and how did you do it? So a true Amazon legend, the stories that he tells about Amazon are incredible. We're talking about the era of you launch a brand on Amazon, and then you go to every single salon to get a haircut, just so you can talk to new people and tell them, could you buy my product on Amazon and leave a review, right? And even say, look, instead of buying $20, instead of paying $20 for a haircut, I'm gonna pay you $40. Can you please go and do that? And then you rank and you get reviews, and it was magical. I'm not giving you that advice right now because you're not gonna make it, right? But that's what he went through. These are his stories in 2005. So he's invested in many 7- and 8-figure brands. He owns fulfillment centers. He consults brand owners. He loves God, family, America, and entrepreneurs, something that's very special about him. Most importantly, he wanted to make sure that he said this very, very clearly. Most importantly, he's a husband of 30 years, right? These ones came out of sequence, guys, but husband and father of three amazing adult children. And then other things that just for credibility purposes, he does manufacturing for major retailers like Walgreens, Costco, and several national and international brands. So again, over $500 million in revenue produced, over 20 million units sold and shipped in the last 10 years, right? It's pretty incredible. So what is our goal? Our goal is to combine our powers to build the fastest growing supplement brand of all time with over 100 products with an exit of the hundreds of millions of dollars in just a few years. That's our goal. So when he has a big goal and I have a big goal, usually magical things can happen, and that's the intention behind it. So there's a couple of things that could happen here. We could either utterly fail and be like ridiculized in the world, right? Or we can succeed and you guys watched the show and you were able to also do it along the way, right? Which could be amazing. The failure part of it is something that I asked Steven, like, what do you think? You think we can fail? He's like, no, because we're never going to give up. And I'm like, that's right, because failure doesn't really exist. There's only a lack of persistence, right? We keep going until we make it.
And I'll say today, some friends of mine I've known in Amazon for years, Tyler and Nico Davis, you guys, some of y'all might know them, they showed up here. And Nico's
Is your microphone on?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
Oh.
good. Yeah, I see. I hear you
He's
now.
only 1 year. He's only 1 year into his marriage, right? And he said, "How long have you been married?" I said, 30 years. He said, "What do you think the secret is?" And I said, "Well, first of all, make sure you marry up, obviously. But more importantly, I always used to tell my children, and this speaks to the idea of failure and never quitting. I always used to tell my kids 2 things: never quit your marriage on a bad day, because nobody wants to quit on the good days. And if your wife leaves you, go with her." And I really said those things. Like she'll testify.
Let me take my notepads over here. Good advice right there. Good advice. I'm going on 17 years, so I still want to be like you guys when I grow up. Okay. Okay. So we're unveiling our new supplement brand to you guys today. All right, and we are inviting you on the journey. You guys ready? Yeah. Okay. Good. Steven, over here. So here we go. So we have, what did you say, Steven? He was ready.
Kirby, can I take you home with me?
Kirby's amazing.
I want that when I walk in the door every night.
You know, I used to go to, if you guys don't know, like 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡 was one of the greatest musicians in the world. Like he was like, the fact that I got to work with him was like just, I had to pinch myself. Because I used to go to his house and he would play music for me, and Kirby knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's so special, right? But Kirby's so good that one time, I hadn't heard him play yet. I walk into the studio, right? And I hear the music, I'm like, oh, Chick is playing, right? And I get all excited, and it's Kirby tuning the whole piano, right? Amazing, amazing. So that's when I was introduced to his ability to play. It was really good, it was really good. So anyways, we got free products in here. You guys are all gonna get a sample. We're gonna give you a little bag. I'm sorry guys, there's no technology to send this over a stream. So you guys can buy it, by the way. It's now available on Amazon and on our Shopify stores. We are officially live now on this brand. And again, the road has begun. Our goal is, this is a start. We got free products here. We're gonna be launching how many, Steven?
This year?
This year.
First 12 months, or this year, like 2022?
Let's go for the next 12 months. What are we doing?
12 months, I think we'll be right. Just, the goal is 100.
Wow, 100 products.
100 products.
So just to give you an idea, like, if you're selling products online, is this good?
Yes.
You're okay? If you're selling products online, well, let me just say one thing, Manuel. I know you're already going to do this, but I'm going to preempt you. This literally would have never happened if it wasn't for like a couple people. I mean, the whole agency here is unbelievable. I have never partnered with an agency that, well, the talent is off the charts, right? We talked on the podcast today. There's 4 things that we're all called to manage in our lives. Time, it's very finite. Talent, which we all have a limited amount of personally talent. Treasure, which is financial, which is also finite. And team, which is infinite. You can always build your team. It's really the most important piece. And this team that you have assembled here, that you and Ali and Jorge, Ernesto, what you guys have built here is unbelievable. Like, I've worked with a ton of ad agencies. I've worked with a ton of brand building companies, design companies. I mean, it's not even second to none. There's nothing like it. Like, I will say this, and I've seen a lot of them. Number 1, number 2, yeah, for sure. And when you have designers like Brad, and you got guys like Jesus and John, and all these people working, the ladies on the administrative side, all phenomenal. But like the guy that's driving the process, tactically executing day in and day out behind the scenes on top of his normal job here, managing tons of Amazon accounts, like we would not be at this point right now if it wasn't for Rob Witt.
100%.
Amazing, brother.
100%. Rob by himself is going to manage somewhere around $100 million on Amazon this year, right? And he manages all those accounts.
So to say this in short, like the idea of launching one product on e-commerce shop, by the way, this is also going to be off Amazon too, concurrently. So to launch 100 products on Amazon, I've never seen anybody do it in a year. I've never seen anybody do it in 3 years. I mean, you can sell other people's products. There's people that have thousands of products on theirs. Amazon account. But to launch a brand from scratch, to build it out, and to launch that fast, to my knowledge, has never been done, and definitely not in this space, because it's really hard, right? The biggest brands don't do it. But we have a secret behind the sauce, behind the formula, that you guys are all going to get to witness and be a part of to see how it's going to happen.
Yeah, so we're going to build a big building, but we want a lot of you guys to build a building with us, right? Yeah. So it's not just about domination, it's about sharing along the way and showing you guys what this path could look like for yourselves. So you guys see a brand that right now has a few gummy bears right here.
Not bears.
Not gummy bears.
Just gummies.
Just gummies, right? Just gummy bears it's the word, right, that we know, right? Gummies, let's call it gummies. So, for example, hair skin line, turmeric. This one is a multivitamin for adults. We're going to be launching a bunch of different variety products. Like it's a big world of supplements out there. So we're going to, like, for example, you can do fitness products. You can do pet supplements. You can do, I'm talking about hundreds of different products that you can do. So we're going to show you guys how to do this yourself in a second. More details are coming. But the idea is that we're going to build one of the fastest ever growing brands, if not the fastest one, while you guys get to observe every single step of the way and just take some of the steps and implement them for your own brand. That's the idea. So that way, you don't have to wonder like, oh, I wish I could have seen exactly how that brand was built. I would have just copied everything. Well, we're giving you an opportunity. We're telling you, it's called reverse engineering. We're going to show you $100 million supplement brand builders, how exactly it's done. So you can also participate along the way, and then don't wonder why did nobody tell you about it, all right?
And you know, to add on to that, imagine if you're in the industry and you think, well, there's not enough room for everybody. Do you know that the biggest supplement companies on Amazon today, all the top ones weren't there 3 years ago? Think about that. They've been acquired, they've been branded, they've been folded into other brands. But when you look at like 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡 Nutrition, I just gave the link to Rob and the guys in the Ring Central, a brand that's 2.5 years old, only sells on Amazon, just got acquired over $100 million in cash. 2.5 years. It didn't exist 3 years ago. It was not even an idea. Think about it. It was nothing. It just wasn't a thing. So when people tell you like, it's too crowded or it's not going to happen, that's because they don't know what they're doing. When you know what you're doing, you can always find a way to succeed. There's always a niche. And imagine this. If somebody would have told me in 2005, hey, you could have access to a company that's has built 100 millions of sales, all like a ton of track record of history, you see the thing. But I'm going to let you come into their operational board meetings twice a month, participate in their live meetings, sit in the room with the decision makers, analyzing data, looking at the facts, and like, do you want to do that? I would be like, yeah, no one's going to do that. Well, because of Zoom and the gig economy that's happened, like the Zoom economy, like the digital, remote economy, we're actually going to give you guys the opportunity to come in and like sit into our operational meetings twice a month.
Yeah. So it's a lot more than that, all right? And you guys are going to understand more along the way. It's not going to be introduced all of it today, but I'll explain to you more in a second. So again, the concept behind this brand right here, Good Life Nutrition, is the best of nature for the best of humanity. That's going to be the angle. We're going to have high quality products. And if you guys think about, I'm going to show you guys this in a second, but this product inside, the only thing that it has that makes it unique to us is the label, right? This product right here, anybody can put a different label on it. If you guys know my story, I did something called private labeling as part of my initial businesses. And I had my partner, Ernesto, myself, I got Gil right here, Gil's brother. We built a brand together. And that brand was private labeled. It was another brand. It had a different name. I took out the existing label, and I printed my own label. And I built a $6 million a year brand. And I exited in 2017. As simple as that. So this concept has been proven over and over and over again. What people don't know, the consumers, what you guys don't know, especially if you're not in the entrepreneur world, if you go to Amazon and you search for kitchen spatula, for example, 60% of those spatulas are the exact same thing with a different label attached to them or a different stamp. It's the exact same thing. The only thing that makes a decision occur is the fact that the images are nicer, better marketing, the copywriting is better, they have more reviews, they've been on a platform longer, they have better marketing strategies. That's all it is. But these products exist by incredible quantities. And all you got to do is know how to be a better marketer. And that's the solution that we want to present to you guys today. So for example, here, this is our website that is actually live right now. You can see goodlifeneutral.com. We're going to show you guys how to create your own websites. We're going to show you guys how to get on Amazon. We're going to give you guys all the tools to be able to be a part of this particular journey. I'm going to go to the next one. This product is also on Amazon right now, so you can see right here. Again, we just made it all official. We had a big target. Again, Rob was pressured, and he made it happen. And we already had this date, November 11th. We also wanted to celebrate the fact that it's Veterans Day. Mr. Anderson is a veteran himself, so let's give him a hand. So we said November 11th is the launch date, right? We're gonna get this. We're gonna make this happen on the 11th.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
Today's Veterans Day. Thank you to all my fellow service members before and those who came before us. But yesterday was the Marine Corps birthday, and that's just a little more important to me. So I just want to say, I'm just teasing. So for all you Marines out there and online, simplify.
Okay. So question. All right. So far, and also in the comments on the stream, who will be interested in building their own brand with their own labels and their own face and their own names and all of it for an actual legacy for the family? Who will be interested in something like that? A lot, right? I think it's amazing. If you think about, I'm going to show you this video in a second. That's not a picture, all right? It's a video. You guys are wondering, what the heck is that picture frozen back there? But if you think about what we've done here, what he's done, and he's brought me
that's
in.
Manuel after he tried one of our gummies.
There you go, absolutely. If you think about what we've done, what we're going to introduce you guys to, the opportunity being presented is for a number of different people on different areas. Clinicians, doctors, practitioners, chiropractors, they want to have their own brand. How cool would it be that a doctor, instead of selling somebody else unrelated brand, they can sell their own brand and brand themselves and build an actual legacy, all right? Because now you get to repeat customers who keep on buying from you. And if they run out of the products, instead of searching for a random dude and buying somebody else's brand, they get to buy your brand because they're committed. If you're the doctor saving the person's life, why are you selling other people's supplements? Why not keep it in the family, right? So that's an example. Influencers. There's a lot of people that are into the subject of health and education and making people feel better. If you think about every single influencer out there, a lot of these people, they know how to capture attention. They don't know how to sell. So they haven't had a solution like the one that we're about to talk about later on. People that have a brand already and they want to expand to a new market, all those things. Again, some of you guys might be thinking, oh yeah, but that's crazy, that's a lot of money. That's the point of what we're doing today, which is very different. Just so you guys know, we're going to have a webinar. I'm going to give you guys information on how to register. That on Wednesday, I'm going to introduce the full solution. But it's pretty incredible and exciting because if you wanted to build a brand, you don't even have to host any inventory. You don't got to pay any warehousing. You don't got to pay for inventory up front. None of that stuff. And you can still have your own brand. It's a very, very cool thing that you guys are going to get to understand. So last week, I was able to get on a plane.
This week.
This week was it? Oh, it just happened.
Just 2 days ago.
Wow. Okay. So 2 days ago, that's right, I said last week. Actually, we just flew back yesterday, right? Wow.
We were actually worried that they were going to cancel our flights. One of your flights
They did cancel my flight. I booked another one.
Rob, you're going to have to do this.
Yeah.
You know?
No, we didn't. No, I was going to get here somehow. I had GPS New York to Tampa Bay. It was 16 hours. I'm like, Gabby can drive 4, I'll drive 12. We should be good. We'll make it happen, all right? So anyways, I took a flight. Steven took me over there. And we went to the manufacturing facility for Good Life, all right? And we had an incredible day over there. And I recorded a lot of content. And you guys are gonna see a 1-minute teaser video. I'm gonna go over more in detail next Wednesday about this thing right here. But this is the manufacturing facility where you guys can build your dream brand too, which again, I am going to handhold anybody that wants to be a part of that journey. I really am. And if you guys know me, I don't say things lightly, all right? We can do something very, very cool together. So let me play you this little 1-minute video. Let's turn the lights, those ones over there. All of them. All of them, all right? Gonna go really dark. Steven, your microphone, let's turn it off. Well, that is a terrible screenshot, right, guys?
I'm going to give you an exclusive behind the scenes look at how we make our Good Life Nutrition products. Check it out. Blending room where they take all the different raw materials and they mix it all up so we can actually end up giving you supplements that are high quality to your body.
So this is where the magic happens. At the blend, we come down this room, and this is where product gets turned into tablets or capsules or stick packs or blister packs. It gets all done here.
This has to be perfect from start to finish, and that's the standard for this particular manufacturing facility. Yeah, so that manufacturing facility, fun fact, is owned by Steven, all right? So, yeah. Let me go back to the slides over here. This super high-tech office, guys, right? Super high-tech. Let me go back. Play, just play. There we go. Okay, so what's next? So again, I'm inviting you, we want to invite you to be a part of this journey with Good Life Nutrition because, again, there's hopefully some of you guys that raise your hand, you want to be a part of that because you want to also create your own, and you don't want to see us build another $100 million one in which we actually pass you by and wave goodbye while we build it ourselves. And then at the end, I said, I told you so, and I invited you to be a part of that opportunity. We talked about opportunities, right? The formula for success basically revolves around 3 basic steps. 3 steps, that's it, all right? And if you apply this formula, you're gonna win. 100%, guaranteed. Number 1, proximity to power, right? He's power, I'm power. I'm bragging, I know, but I am. You look around, I got 120 employees in this company, 150 in our supplement company. I accomplished a lot of success. Along the way, I obsessed over this exact same formula. I connected with a lot of power. Every single, I struggled my entire life until I decided to connect with power. The first connection with power was my father, Frank Suarez. And power doesn't have to do with money. It's not about how much money you got in your bank accounts. It's about people that desire to create an impact and do great things and big things. That's power. It's not about accounts, none of that stuff. So I connected with power, and I did that over and over again to where I'm at today. So number 1 step is connection with power. And once you got that in place, you provide value to that power, all right? You're not gonna be a vampire sucking blood out of this particular power source. You're gonna provide value. And when you provide value, that's gonna open up opportunities. And all you gotta do is observe. And you'll see these opportunities will present themselves. If this person is really power, promise you, I guarantee you, these opportunities will present themselves. And that formula works every single time. So if you guys want to be successful and you're not quite there yet, all you got to do is what is the next power source that you can connect with and try to build a stronger bond with and try to provide value and be a part of a community so you can actually get opportunities presented and then walk through those opportunities. So we want to invite you in this opportunity, and that's why we're here today. So again, we look at the, I mentioned this because I didn't have the slides, but this is a concept that I wanted to show, right? So we want to build the biggest building in town, the biggest supplement brand. It's our big goal. We have a major goal, but we don't want to be by ourselves in the sky. We don't want to be the only ones, right? We want to have all of you guys along the way build your own at the level that you consider to be your own success. And that's the idea behind it, right? I'm still going to be taller than all of you guys.
I knew that was coming.
Let's make that clear because I'm very competitive, all right? But competition is really good because we inspire each other. So I welcome the competition. Imagine how crazy what we're doing, that I'm putting all the work. We're putting all the work. Rob is working his butt off on this consistently, and I'm giving you guys everything so you can just go and copy and paste. So don't you think that simplifies the whole process, right? So,
Manuel, can I address one?
Yeah.
One thing about competition is competition is good. It's really good, and it's a misnomer to think like there's too much competition. That's not true, and I'm going to prove it to you. The key is understanding proximity to creating a buying environment. Like when you, so if you see a CVS, how far away is Walgreens? They literally sell the same stuff. Not just the same stuff, like the same brand. They have a pharmacy. Yeah, they have a few different things, but this was a strategic thing for them. CVS was in Walgreens, so they come strategic and they bring the value. I met with the Walgreens national team just 2 weeks ago in New York, and they don't care what CVS is doing. They don't actually care. Could you imagine if you own a McDonald's and you're sitting there on the corner, what's across the street? Burger King. Yeah. Right over here is Taco Bell. Then you got Chick-fil-A coming out and dominating everybody. God bless Chick-fil-A. And this is like church in Oklahoma. Chick-fil-A. It's not a joke. Yeah, God help you if you put down Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying. Especially in Oklahoma. But you think the guy that owns that particular McDonald's is looking at the lady across the street that owns the Burger King, and they're looking out the drive-thru window and be like, oh my gosh, there's cars at Burger King. They're going to take my business. No, that street corner has become a place where people know if I want food and I want options, go there. This is what a buying environment does, a frenzy of, this is why Amazon has become so wildly successful, is because you and I all know when you think about, I wonder if there's this, let me check Amazon. Does anybody not do that? I remember when no one had Amazon accounts. Literally, I can recall going to people saying, hey, can you buy this product on Amazon? They're like, oh, I don't have an Amazon account. What's that? Yeah. Don't they sell books? Yeah. Literally, that was so I paid people to open Amazon accounts. It's all done for you now, and now you don't even have to buy inventory because of what we built. So this is a good thing. Competition is good. You look at the landscape, people look at this and they go, that's a thriving metropolis. Do you care which building you actually own, honestly? If you're gathering rents, I know you want that one, I know.
I want this one. That's the one I want. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I'll be honest though, but if you just have this building right here, and that industry represents $300 billion, and you only have 1/100th%. There's a mathematician right now that just did the math. You have 1/100th% of $300 billion. How big is your brand?
Massive.
How much is
Anybody has that's not my forte. I know marketing. You guys want to ask me marketing questions?
$3 million. You're doing $3 million a year at about 30 to 35, maybe 40% gross profit margin. You're passing that down to EBITDA. You're making somewhere in the neighborhood of $800,000 a year post-tax. 1/100th of a percent. 1/100th%. So who cares? Do you care that Manuel's got that big building over there?
You're not gonna care because we're gonna co-own it, right? So you don't care.
I'm really
right?
happy, Manuel. Go, be successful.
What if I own 3 buildings that would be that yours?
Oh, well, that could work. He wants free brands. All right, you can do that.
And honestly,
I
there's
can
a
do
place
that.
for that, because when I first started on Amazon, I'd sell, give me one of those bottles, brother. By the way, you're gonna get a sample like he said, and I'm just gonna open them up and throw one to you. You have to catch it in your mouth. So everybody.
That's not really COVID friendly, by the way. So I'm sorry, guys.
Wait, is
You
COVID
just start
thing?
throwing it.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was Florida. When I look at but you get in a goodie bag with, everyone gets bottles of these products, but when I started on Amazon, I realized like all that matters is if somebody searches for you, they need to find you. His agency is going to teach you how to do that. Like that's the whole point of this, right? So I decided I'm going to take the same product, I'm going to put 9 different labels on the same product. So when they search for it, there was 24 spots on page 1. I had a 9 in 24 chance of someone buying my product. Pretty good. So this is the power of private labeling. You don't have to manufacture anything. Just put your label on it and follow the instructions.
That's right. That's private label, guys, at its best. So yeah, it is quite exciting. Anyway, some of you guys might be wondering, well, how deep are you guys going to go with this? And is it just going to be supplements? No, it's going to be a massive engine. Like right now, what we're launching, so I might be skipping the slides. Let me see what's next. Yeah, next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to give you guys a code and a website link to register, because this is the start of a massive movement. If you guys think about, and I don't say that frequently. You guys have not seen me say that. I've been talking nonstop for 7 years on cameras, nonstop. I have never said something like this. I have never been involved in something that I believe is as revolutionary as what we're going to talk about next Wednesday, all right? So I can give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of what we're doing. It's an entire ecosystem, and it's a solution that doesn't cost. You don't have to empty out your 401ks to be a part of this, if you have any. You don't have to empty out your bank accounts. You don't have to mortgage your homes or refinance or none of that stuff. It's a very, very easy way to get started, what we're doing, and it's going to be an ecosystem. So you guys might be thinking, well, wait a second, are you guys going to just educate us on how to do this? So much more than that. Education is going to be a bonus that we're giving you, because we want to handhold you, and we want to take away excuses. Like my job is going to be to eliminate possible excuses to your failure. And I'm going to obsess over eliminating your excuses along the way, because I want to build a lot of success stories. So supplements is the starting point. And there's right now, so we have a program. And I said I was not going to talk about it today. I'm not going to say the name of it yet. It's a program that it's already happening. It's not something new. It's already occurring. We've been perfecting it. And I'm going to talk about that on Wednesday. So it's a software that we partnered with, and it's going to be a solution for you to have your own private label. So think about how cool this would be. You go to this website, and you log in. We're going to give you access. After you pay us some money, of course, you're going to have to pay. We're not running a nonprofit organization here. This is not Mother Teresa or none of that. So we're going to get some business out of it from you guys. But we're going to give you so much value that you're not even going to believe it. But you're going to have access to a website that you log in, and you say, what do I want to sell? So let's say, for example, that you have your own story. You're a runner. You're a marathon runner. And you have joint pain like crazy because you run these huge marathons and you're struggling and you want to use something of high quality. We're going to have a high quality joint formula in there. And then you have a story because your joint formula helped you resolve the problem. So you're not going to be able with this software to say, that's my brand right there. All right. I want you guys to use one of these labels, put my name on it. I'm actually feeling a little vanity here, so put my face on it if you want. All right. You guys look at Dr. Berg's products, they all have his face on the label. So you can do that if you wanted to. And now you can start saying to your following, to your customer base, to anybody, hey, I got products for sale. I got my brand for sale. And you don't have to host any inventory because the whole manufacturing process is going to allow you to get that product on your website, on Amazon. You can do whatever you want with it because it's yours. So basically, we're taking the whole concept of wholesaling and we're really eliminating or adjusting the definition of wholesaling. If you guys think about wholesaling, you should be able to actually get a good price on this product. Anybody can tell me how much they think this is worth? Adult multivitamin super strength.
Retail or wholesale?
Retail price. How much do you think it's worth? $30 is about right, Kirby, right? 30, 40 bucks.
1 month supply.
1 month supply. You can get away, like here's the thing about pricing. Pricing is all on you. Like people like Dr. Bird, they can put whatever price they want because people want Dr. Bird. Same thing with us, like people want our brand. That's just the way it is. We do have special formulas that we've been working for a long time, so people trust the brand and they don't want anything else. That's just the way it is. So pricing is less of a problem. Attention is a bigger problem. If you have attention, you can price it for whatever you want. So let's say that this one is $30, right? In order for you to get wholesaling price, how many bottles do you think that you would have to buy? 1,000, right? Is that right, Steven?
500 to 1,000.
500 to 1,000, all right? And that wholesaling price goes down the more you buy, all right? So traditionally, Steven, 1,000 bottles of this, how much would it cost you?
Maybe $5.50.
$5.50, all right? So if you buy it for 1,000, all right? So if you
bought 10,000,
if you buy
maybe
10,000,
pay like $4.
it goes down to $4, right? So then you take a $4 bottle and you sell it for $30. You pay the fees to the Amazon platform or to whatever in advertising, and then you're gonna end up putting in your pocket $15, $18, $20, depending on how good you are in the subject of marketing. That's a variable, right? And that's where we come in, because we're gonna give you the things that are gonna help you be successful in the subject of marketing. So on the subject of wholesaling, you get this $4, $5, $6. Let's say, for example, you buy 10,000 of those times $5,000, $6,000, $50,000 of inventory just for one product, okay? So in the traditional sense, having 10,000 bottles of each one, I would need at least, what's the math on that? 150, right? Minimum $150,000 to start with this brand. We're eliminating that whole process, okay? And you're gonna be able to actually wholesale without having a specific amount. You can do 5 if you wanted to. You're not gonna pay $5.
It's like this. Sell one bottle, we ship one bottle with your label on it, and the customer will never know that you didn't have it in your big warehouse, selling on your big website, on your massive Amazon store. You'll look just like 𝗟𝗢𝗟𝗏. There literally will be no way to tell the difference.
And we're giving you all the tools, right? The labels, we're giving you the software, the program, the training, the step-by-step, the guides, the processes, the consulting, the access to the minds of the supplement brand builders. We're giving you all of it, right? So right now, the platform has 82, correct?
Something like that, 80-something.
80-something different products. It's gonna end up being thousands in the next year or two, all right? So if you guys wanna get started on this now, Wednesday will be the day for you guys to get started on this particular process and understand. You guys are gonna see what this costs to get in. There's gonna be a few options, particularly free options to be a part of this, which you guys will understand on next Wednesday at 2 p.m. It's gonna be a webinar that I'm gonna replay for a week. It's gonna have a special offer. I am gonna wanna have you guys pay me some money, all right? In exchange, you're gonna get an enormous amount of value. You're gonna have options depending on where you're at. Like if you don't have a brand at all, you need a full solution. If you have a brand but you wanna expand it, you need a medium solution. If you wanna add a completely, like you have already websites, well, that's a different solution. So we're gonna give you separate options depending on where you are at, so you can actually be a part of this particular journey, and we're gonna get connected. What did I say as the number one step in being successful? Proximity to power, right? So every few weeks, we're gonna get to connect, and we're gonna talk about what we're doing. And I'm gonna show you guys, because we're gonna be building this aggressively. I'm gonna show you, hey guys, guess what? I ran this campaign, and it utterly failed. I wasted $10,000, all right? Can you please not do it? Because it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna save you $10,000. But you know what I did? I actually ran this particular campaign, and I spent $3,400 on TikTok, and I got $10,000 in sales. Go ahead and do this. By the way, I'm giving you the templates. Click on this link, import this particular ad and this copy, and just tweak it so it can look like yours, and off we go, all right? Again, we're gonna compete with each other. And hopefully you don't get the exact same products, because there's gonna be many variations, so that way we have a lot of different products for different purposes. And again, Steven is going to be committed to expanding this particular line of options and products along the way. The vision, you want to tell them about the long-term vision of this platform?
Yeah, sure. So this has been in development for over 2 years, 2.5 years actually. Spent entirely too much time and money on it. Thank God I found Manuel, quite frankly. But I just wanted to point out, like, I'm going to have you read this. So this is off our little app right here. It lets me see how people are doing.
People that are already active
already
on the
doing it.
platform,
Yeah, yeah.
all right? They're doing it. Beta testers.
What is this guy? This is, anyone wants to see this, they can see after, I'll show you. September 5th to November the 7th, 7,011 orders total between these sellers. 6,598 have shipped because one of them has them on hold. He's doing a back order process. What's this guy? Don't say the brand, but what's that guy's sales?
So for
60 days.
we're not going to say the brands, but you guys can come and talk to Steven afterwards. But just so you guys know, $281,000 in the last 30 days for one of these guys that are hosting $0 in inventory.
Okay, what's this
let
guy?
me repeat that. They're hosting $0 in inventory. Okay.
What's this guy right beneath him? Right? What's his sales?
$278,000 right beneath them.
Let's scroll down a little bit. Look at this guy. Let's just do this guy selling one product. 60 days. This is a joint,
Selling one product only.
joint supplement. What's that one?
$20,865. So how much money would you be making if you're selling $20,000 of one product in a month?
He's got about a 40% net margin.
So this guy is putting in his pocket somewhere in the ballpark of $8,000 after paying the company and getting all shipped and everything, right? Just for that one product. So it tells you the potential. Like, we have big brands, like, again, we're in the hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue here at AGM with what we manage, but we're showing you guys how to you got to get started somewhere. So this is how you start. And we're going to give you program, you're going to have to pay $10, $11, right? It's still, if you think about $10, $11 versus $40 that you can sell it, you still see the big picture here, right? And you can graduate as you go along. You can be like, oh my God, I'm selling now 1,000 units a day. I don't need to be paying $10. I want to start paying less than this. And the same people are going to help you negotiate lower prices for larger volumes, right? So we're going to present the entire journey for you guys along the way. So at some point, you guys can be paying $4 to $5 a bottle instead of the $11 that you started with, right?
One last thing I'd say, just to put this into perspective, if you have to tie up all your capital in inventory, it is extremely difficult to dedicate money to marketing and take risk because you have too much to lose. Does that make sense? Yeah. If you're going to put money into marketing, so what happens is all your capital gets freed up. If you're starting a business, you spend $0 on inventory. This is the revolutionary part of this. Zero. The system is fully automated, and I can't wait for them to see the webinar, but the system is fully automated. You never do it. You literally only do one thing. Learn how to market product. That's it. There's nobody better than that guy right there. This thing is the reason it is. We built the infrastructure behind the scenes. He's building the support, education, marketing. We have another partner in Canada who's a genius in his own right, like phenomenal guy, and that's the three of us in this business. But the power that's come together for this is allowing an entrepreneur like you to take a dream, a vision, an idea, or even if you don't even thought about selling supplements, right? Maybe you're not the epitome of health and no one's ever going to buy anything from you. Well, I mean, I'm not the epitome of health. And I've sold a few supplements in my day. So what gets me, though, I will say, is funny. There's an Amazon, like, do they have those stores here, like the Amazon discount stores, wherever, like they buy all the overstock? Do they have those here? We have one in Oklahoma, where I'm from, and it's called Metro Merch. And this guy, like, we have a fulfillment company there, and he buys, like, he started to buy our excess inventory from people that just abandon their inventory. And I'm looking at our fulfillment company, which is separate than the manufacturing company, and I see literally millions of dollars of inventory in our warehouse that we're holding for other sellers, e-commerce brands, Amazon sellers, millions. 65,000 square feet, 30 feet tall, filled with product where you can hardly even walk. It's that so much. We're trying to, how do we keep up with it, right? They just leave. They won't return emails for 5 months, and they just walk away because they have all their money tied up in inventory. They had no money to learn how to test market. You get to take all your capital, literally all your capital, and dedicate it into marketing and educating yourself. You only have to be good at one thing in this business as an entrepreneur, one thing. Understand your audience and know how to market it. Those two things, but it's one big package. You know who you're talking to and you know what to say. The rest happens for you. This is the power of what we build. It's reverse engineering, actually, the entire Amazon ecosystem, except we do all the stuff behind the scenes. I wish. I don't know, I probably could come over to barbecue stuff. We have coffee roasters. We have pet supply companies. People that sell toilet paper and kitchen, paper towels.
Imagine a toilet paper with your face on it, right? So let's say that husband and wife, you want to private label toilet paper, you put your face on it. Every time everybody goes to the bathroom, they think about you. That's what Steven was. Maybe not the toilet paper one, right? We'll keep that one off, right?
I mean, you're getting crap on your face. No. That's so bad. So bad. But you want to sell salt, you want to sell spices, you want to sell essential oils. It doesn't matter what it is. The number of manufacturers that we're working with, because we make obviously the supplements, but this number of manufacturers, the problem with manufacturers is they don't know how to sell. And they have no idea how to market. They just make something and it's good, usually really good, especially boutique manufacturers. We're giving them an audience to bring a product to the platform. We do all the FDA, we've been audited, all this kind of stuff we had to go through. They bring it to the platform, we add it in the system, you download the template, you create a label, upload it, our QC department approves it, and off you go. The manufacturer has to talk to merchants, and they never have to talk to the customers. They just talk to Honey. They talk to us, right?
Yeah.
They talk to us.
Okay.
You don't have to either, that's the key.
So the name of the webinar is how to launch or grow a supplement brand with zero inventory cost, all right? The starting point right now is the supplement side of things. Like Steven said, we're gonna be expanding dramatically the line of products, but there's over 80 products right now that are available that you can start with right now. If you guys wanna build like a gummy line for children, you can do that. If you wanted to build a pet supplement line, you can do that. If you wanted to build there's many things that you can do right now. So if you guys want to register for this webinar, it's going to be next Wednesday at 2 p.m. You can grab your phones and scan this, or you can also go to the link, buildaSupplementBrand.com, all right? BuildaSupplementBrand.com, and you'll be able to register for this webinar that's coming on Wednesday at 2 p.m. That webinar is not just going to be me selling this program. I'm going to be educating. If you guys know a little bit of the story that I try to say on my slides, I've accomplished a lot of success creating content machines, getting attention at scale. I'm going to talk about the formula for getting attention at scale. So that's going to be on Wednesday. I haven't talked about this formula in that detail. When I finish that formula, which should be 30 minutes of the webinar, then I'll introduce the program and the solution and how you can be a part of that. So that's happening Wednesday, 2 p.m. Whether you want to be a supplement, whether you want to build a supplement brand or not, we're going to actually give you value on that Wednesday, all right?
Your website says 3 p.m. according to the webinar.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, it says 3 p.m.
So I believe it's an error on the website. We'll get that corrected, but it should be 2 p.m. We'll correct it. You guys will get emails about this, all right? So buildaSupplementBrand.com. You guys can see that the information on that website. Register, and we'll see you guys. What's that? Just the email. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Anyways, it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern time, and that's the time that you guys can think with maybe having an hour of your time, hour and a half, to be there with me. I promise it's going to be very valuable. And if you guys cannot make it because you have work or whatever reasons, then there'll be a replay for a week or so in which you can watch what this whole thing is about, because we are going to come up with an offer that is going to be very, very special just for that week. And if you guys want to be a part of that, you're going to have an opportunity to sign up and get started. I'm talking about from start, like if you say, I'm ready to build a supplement brand, I'm ready to go, we're going to help you do everything that you need to launch in a few weeks and have websites live, Amazon platforms live, all of it. We have certifications, all of it. If you guys know what Amazon has done recently, they have cleaned up the entire platform. These are not products being made in China. These are all products being made in the United States of America, all right? So we're going to be able to actually get you certifications that you need, whatever you need to be approved by the Amazon platform. We never failed in that area. So whatever you need to go live to the world, you're going to have that information from us, and we're going to handhold you every step of the way, all right?
Can I close with a story?
So Steven wants to close up with a story. He tells good stories. You guys want to hear a story from Steven? Okay, go for it.
This is a good one.
Okay.
So we used to live in Oregon. I told the story on the podcast today, so you'll hear it in a couple weeks when it comes out. But we lived in an area called the Columbia River Gorge. Anybody ever been there? Yeah. Some of the most beautiful country you could ever imagine, right? The Columbia River flows all the way, like from Idaho, all the way to the Pacific Ocean down through. And the part of the river is the actual border between Washington and Oregon. And it's the windsurfing capital of the world in this city called Hood River. And about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the winds come blowing down from the east, and you'll just be sitting there on the shore, and all of a sudden, boom, a beautiful array of colors everywhere. It's just some of the most gorgeous territory that you've ever seen. And there's this one specific place called Multnomah Falls. Beautiful, beautiful natural waterfall, spring-fed and kind of off the land off of Mount Hood. And we go there a lot. We went there kind of on our drove past on our first date, and it's been a part of our life. And my grandmother loves it. She lives up there. We go up there and we visit it. We'll be up there a couple weeks for Thanksgiving, and we're excited about it. We were in the lodge one day, and it's this beautiful stone, like old stone lodge, like what you might see at like a really old ski resort. And it's that really natural, beautiful look, solid. And we're in the lodge, and there's a gift store downstairs. And you ever been in those gift stores? There's all these tchotchke items. I will say Christiane does collect a few of those things. That's Christiane's her name, my wife. And so we have a few of those things in our house, a few hundred of them. When she's buying supplements from the Amazon Overflow store in Oklahoma City, I'm like, what are you doing? I literally made that supplement. Just tell me. She's like, you never have it when I want it. So we're in there, and I'm thumbing through some of the, like they have pictures, like that are just framed, not framed art, but like the art with shrink wrapped, and there was this picture, and I'm assuming it's from the Columbia River, of these 3 bears sitting at the river, at a narrow part of the river. Some of you might have seen this picture. You can probably Google it. I'm sure it's out there. And there's these 3 bears, and they're standing poised at the top of this like small waterfall. Maybe the whole height is the height of this room. And coming upstream are these salmon. They're spawning upstream, and they're swimming and getting airborne. And in the middle of the stream is this one, like, I guess, grizzly-looking bear, black bear or something, a brown bear. And he's like poised like this in attack position. And he's like this, and he's looking forward. The hair on the back of his neck is like standing up. There's water everywhere. It's dripping. His mouth is open. His teeth are right there. There's saliva dripping. His eyes are totally focused. And right smack dab in front of him is this huge pink salmon sideways. And he's just literally getting ready to just have lunch. He's about to eat. And I'm like, wow, what a picture. And then over here on the left side of the river, there's 3 bears. The bear on the left is like looking at the bear at the right, and he's just staring at him. And then over here on this side, the 3rd bear is like on his back legs. He's perched up. And I don't know if you call them arms or legs or paws, whatever these are. He has them up in the air, and he's looking off in the forest, and he's just staring at something in the forest. And I stared at this picture for the longest time thinking, like, what is this saying to me? And I literally thought, well, Like you said, Seneca, right? Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Perfect. Perfect. And then I thought, no, there's a better thing here. There are three kinds of people in the world. There are people who make things happen. There are people who watch things happen. And then there's people who wonder what happened. This is an opportunity for you to not be one of those people, but you can actually be both of these people. You can make it happen, and with us, you can watch it happen. You'll learn by doing it together. And I believe wholeheartedly that this is going to be a life-changing experience.
Okay, so we had an original intention to actually do a toast, but as you guys know, we had the situation with the slides. But again, do you guys still have a cup in your hands? All right, you still have one? Some of you guys don't have one?
Get a refill.
Or pretend? Okay, so here's to a new adventure. We're hoping that a lot of you guys walk through that opportunity yourselves, and you can be that bear taking that salmon and eating it. All right.
Cheers.
So cheers.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, brother.
So thank you guys for coming very much. We're gonna have bags in the bag. You see the bags? Please grab your goodie bags. Not gummy bears, gummies, all right?
That's right.
You'll find your gummies in there. And again, hope to see you guys next Wednesday, all right? Thank you so much. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.